Okay, so let's start. So today we focus on the network product, and mostly I'm talking about the Ethernet switch, managed type or unmanaged type, and also we focus on the IIoT solutions. So let's go to the next page. Next. Okay, so during the introduction, if any questions, please tap in the Q&A section or raise your hand. I will answer your question after the Q&A parts. So in this webinar, you will learn. First one is more about the Ethernet switch. Our model is a DVS and DVW series. And next one is about the feature of cloud platform. And then it's the IoT solutions. We have a DIALink. This is like a platform. Okay, so let's start for the first part for the network solutions. So first one, the overview. This is like a roughly typical network solution for the industries. So you can see from the below side is the field device. So we separate the industrial Ethernet system like a 3-layer field, control, and informations. So for the network solutions, mostly focus on the control and informations. We do have a lot of Ethernet switch in these 2 layers, and also sometimes we require the redundant network, so we have to use the ring redundant system. Okay, so this is a typical overview for the network system. And also right now, more and more people require the remote monitor requirement. So also we integrate with the cloud solutions. And also for the network, I think people mostly concerned about the security. So later on, I will show you about the security during the cloud system. Okay, and all this is many kinds of the field bus during the network. Here's a little picture about our Delta networks. So you can see we do support the cloud platform, and also we have the managed switch and also unmanaged switch. For managed switch, we support both layer 2 and layer 3s. And also we have the industrial wireless switch, and also machine-to-machine product. So I think for the industrial, mostly people concerned about the reliability. So for our Delta, we do the harsh temperature environment. So you can see we follow the IEC standard. So it's a very wide range from -40 to 85 Celsius degrees. And also because for the industry, maybe sometimes the product is outside, so we have to bear the heavy industrial standard, like the thunder or some high voltage pulse. So also we follow the IEC rules. Okay, so I think this is the very important things, different things from the industrial to the commercial, because for the commercial product, I think they don't follow the standard like this. So this is I think the most different between industrial Ethernet switch and commercial Ethernet switch. Okay, so let's see first about the manager type. So here I show some new product that for your reference, and later on I will show you a fully product. So for the manager type, last year, I think 2 years ago, we launched the layer 3 type. So for this one, actually you can see it's a modular design. It's a modular design. So you can decide whatever you want, and we support the 28 port for the gigabyte internet Ethernet, and also we support the fiber communications. And for the certification, we support a lot. You can see here. Okay. And this is the module for your reference. So you can see actually from the frame, we do have four slot. So each slot like a gigabyte RG45 port, and this is a 8 port one module. So you can see actually it's this one, and this M12 actually is a high IP protection and high anti vibration type. This one we support 6-axis, and also we support the SFP. It's a fiber. This is a fiber port. We do have 8 port and 4 port for your reference. Okay. So next page. Okay, and this is another page. So first, this one is based on layer 2. It's not the layer 3. So I think the layer 3 and the layer 2 actually is a lot of difference, because layer 3 they require more and more bandwidth and more functions. So for this one, it's a standard design. So actually you can see we do support the 20 port for the fast Ethernet, 100 megabyte. And also we support the 4 port for the gigabyte. And this combo for SFP means this one. This is like a two choice one. If you choose the SFP, you cannot use the Ethernet. If you choose the Ethernet, you cannot use the fiber. So actually, the full port actually is a 20 plus 4 plus 4 is 28. 28 here. You can see 28 port here. Okay, and the others is all general function. It's all general functions. Okay. Okay, and also the height is 1U. The height is 1U. Okay, and next one is this is our latest product. It's a gigabyte managed DIN type manager switch. I think this one is right now is very our function is very compatible in the market. You can see first one the recovery time. This is a ring redundant topology. So our recovery time is less than 10 microseconds. So if you know for the normal product, it's a 20 megabyte, but 20 microseconds. So this one it's a first feature. And second one is this one is all based on gigabyte speed. Speed is very fast. It's all gigabyte. And also you can see the design is all aluminum case. So the hazing is very good. Okay. And next one. Okay, and this is a, I think this is a normal managed type, DIN real type Ethernet switch. So this one, the port is up to 10 port, 10 port. 10 port here you can see. This is a, at the right side is a 7 port. This is a RG45. And for the left side, you can see this is a combo port. So that means if you chose the RG45 port, you cannot use the fiber SFP. If you choose the SFP, you cannot use the RG45, this 3 port. This is a combo. So the totally this one is a 10 port. And actually for the protocols, we support a lot like Ethernet IP, Profinet, CC-Link, and the DMP. Actually, it's all mostly most about the protocols we support. Okay, and next one is a PoE, Power over Ethernet switch. Actually, we do have this kind of switch, and mostly this kind of switch is support the IP camera. Okay, and this one is a 12 port, 8 plus 4 here. 8 gigabyte PoE port and plus 4 fiber. And for the power rated, right now we support up to 30 watt for each port, 30 watt for each port. Actually, for the PoE, I think there's several levels. First one is I think it's a 15 watt, and second one is 30 watt, and right now even there's some like 60 watt. So for Delta, right now we support the standard one, 30 watt per port. Okay, next one. Oh, okay. And also we do have the SFP fiber connector transceiver series. But for Delta, we only support the LC connector. If you know these cables, you will know for the fiber there is a two. I think in the market right now it's a two type, LC and SC. For Delta, we support the LC connector. And for the distance, right now we support the maximum is 60 kilometers. 60 kilometers, both multi-mode and the single mode we both support. Okay. And here, let me. Okay, here I give you another more clear picture for the whole families. Can you see my screen is an Excel file? Anyone can see my screen is an Excel file? Okay, I think you can see. So first one is I'll manage the Ethernet switch. So actually, you can see it's a lot of models. It's a lot of models. It's start from 5 port and up to 16 port. And here I list down some. I think for Ethernet switch, people mostly concerned about first one is the port, how many port, and second one is the speed, and then it's managed or unmanaged, and also the IP protection, and also the temperatures. I think this is the most people once select the Ethernet switch they are concerned about. And also you can see for the unmanaged type, we have a IP67 This one is actually I list the picture here. This one actually this one is for the very harsh environment design, like the ship in the boat in the ship, and also maybe in the subway, and in some high vibration and high dust and waterproof environment. So this one is IP67. And for the others, you can see it's a normal one. Normal one. It's a two type. The case it's a two type. First one is a metal, aluminum. Another one is a plastic. Plastic. Okay, so this is the manage the Ethernet switch. So next one is PoE, power over Ethernet. Power over Ethernet. So for power over Ethernet, right now we support a maximum 8 ports. 8 ports. And here's at least a picture here for your reference. So you can see the one 8 port here. And for these two little things is splitters and injectors. So what is a splitters and injectors? The main purpose is transfer the normal Ethernet to the PoE type. So maybe in some situations the two sides, maybe one side they support the PoE, another side it doesn't support a PoE. So in this case, you might need the splitters and the injectors. Okay, next one is manage the type. So for manage the type, right now we support the port from 8 ports to 28 ports. 28 ports. And the switch capacity is from 5 Gbps and up to 100 gigabyte BPS. And for the routing protocol, we do support L2 and one type is L3. And the mounting is a DIN rail and the rack 1U type. 1U type. Okay. And also we do have some digital input and digital output for the warming, for make some indicators, and there's also some voice to warm people. Okay. And for the R series, we have the dual power supply. We have two input power supply input. So in case one loop is fall down. Okay, and this is a picture for your reference. This all is a DIN rail type, DIN rail and wall mount, DIN rail and wall mount. And this two is the rack type, so 1U high here. So one question, do we have PLC and HMI device that can support the PoE? Nope. Right now, we don't support the PoE in PLC and HMI. Okay. So let's back to the presentation. So so for the network, it's a very important thing is the ring redundant ring topology. So this is in case of sometimes if you can see if some link is shut down, and maybe about the cable, maybe about the connection, it doesn't work anymore. So in this case, the ring type is a very useful one. You can see before we send the message from here to here, but if this part fall down, we can use another routing to send the message. No problem. Okay, it's a double size. So this is the how we do the ring topology. And here I would like to show some several different types of the topology. So last one is a single ring, and here's a dual ring. So actually in the factory, the internet actually it's very complicated. It's very complicated. So for the network, you need to have a clearly design in the beginning. So you may saw this kind of during in the system design in the beginning. And here is the multi-ring. So actually, you can see for the Ethernet switch, I can see it's not easy to design at the beginning. You do have some knowledge for this kind of network design. Okay, and this is our latest product. It's a new type. So you can see the recover time is less than 10 milliseconds. Okay, so same logic. It's faster than before. And for the interface, we use web browser to do the configurations. Just log in the Ethernet switch, the IP. I think same as normal, and it's simple and easy to do the configurations for anyone. And you also see next page. Okay, and also you can see the real-time status about the Ethernet real-time diagnostic, and save your time to go to the site to check at the site. You can check from the remotely check about the situation. And for the managed type for the SFP module, we do have the environment monitoring, and also some informations about the fibers. So if some case if the connection is not work, so maybe it's the fibers, some damage about the fibers. So in this case, you could come to here and check about the current and the range about the fibers. And we do support many ways to do the alarm, inform people. So you can see SNMP and system log and email and relay to inform people. And this is the Modbus management from if you have the SCADA and the HMI. I think it's very easy to manage the Ethernet switch, because itself also support the Modbus. So this one you can regard like a Modbus slave to do some setting about this one. And also we do have the software. If you prefer to install the software to use the USB port to do the configuration, it's also no problem. Because we have one USB port at the front at the product, so you can use Ethernet cable or USB cable to do the configuration. Okay, so let's see next one. It's about the unmanaged switch. Okay, so first one, this is our basic one, unmanaged Ethernet switch. I think the price actually is very cheap compared to the others, because right now I think every control panel they do need the Ethernet switch, because right now actually I think many components they do support the Ethernet, like the PLC, like the HMI, or even servo and inverter. They do support the Ethernet. So you need a switch inside the control panel to integrate all the cables. So this is the basic one. It's a okay. And for the inside, actually you can see our design little bit some advantage to compare with another competitors. So you can see in this one, it has a huge heatsink. Here's a huge heatsink, and also here's a small capacitors because of to cost down. But for Delta design, you can see this is our managed type inside. So first one is a huge Newton capacitor we do support the 12 millisecond voltage drop protection protection from the outside. And also we no need the heatsink. No need the heatsink. We have another excellent hardware design. So no need the heatsink. Also can exhaust the heat. So this is from the hardware. And this is another new type. It's IP767 managed type. So you can see there's some highlight. First one is a 5G gravity vibration resistant, and also some EMC and friendlies. And this is all the features. And the connectors, the type is M12. The diameter is M12. And I think this is a standard one you can buy from the market. So for this type of the switch, it's very suitable for the high vibration resistant situation like the big shape and some subway. So this is the suitable applications for this one. Okay, and this is a PoE augmented type. I think I showed this one before already. PoE accessories in injector and the splitter. And here this is the media converters. So media converters, actually you can see from the front side, it has two ports. One RG45 port and another one is SFP, the fiber. So this one is the most applications for if there's an IP camera but the distance is very long, you have to integrate the communication to the central control. So because as we know, the normal Ethernet cable, the distance is maximum is 100 meters. But if sometimes the distance is more than 100 meters, you might need this kind of media converters. Okay, so this is all the cable Ethernet. And next one, I will introduce the wireless one. Okay, so this is the first type. We launched this one in market, I think, many years ago. So for the wireless, first since you can see it's an antenna, and second one is the casings. Is the mode about the wireless type. So we do support the AP, the access point, and also we support the client, and also we support the repeaters. I will show you the difference later. And also our roaming is very fast. It's less than 50 microsecond. The roaming means if there is a big area, maybe 10 wireless switch inside. But if you keep moving, you will move from A to B So in case if you change the connection with A and connect with B, so there's a switching time. So this is called the roaming time, less than 50 microseconds. And this is another one, and also this is a new type. This actually you can see first one is a plastic case, and second one the size is very slim, and also support the DIN rail type. Okay, and there are some accessories, antennas. So let's see the wireless mode. There's a 3 mode. So you can see the AP, repeater, and client. So for the AP is exact point. So that means this one, all the signals can integrate here. And repeater, the function is if the distance is very long, more than 100, 200 meters. So between the front beginning and the end, you need some repeater to enhance the signals. And the client is only the one to get the data and change and integrate to the access point. So for Delta, we support both 3 work mode. Next one. This is a special type working mode. It's a WDS mode. This one's a little professional. If you familiar with the network, you might know this one. So basically to see this one is like a high-end wireless operation, high flexible. You can see this one is more like a MODBUS communication, master and sleep. This one both integrate the repeater function and the client function, both integrate. And this is what I'm talking about, the roaming. So here is there's animations. You can see if you move from A to B, you will change the connection from A to B. And for the switching time, it's less than 50 microseconds. Okay, and also for the wireless switch, we do support the gateway function. Gateway means you get the data from the RS485 and then transfer it to Ethernet mobile TCP. So this is we call the gateway function. So for Delta, we do support the gateway function. We built in already. So this can help you to save the cost to buy another extra gateway. And this is another function we call this one is a serial to Ethernet. So you might see this one, we get the data from PLC by RS485 and then link with the another server by Ethernet. But we integrate the mapping inside already. So for the server, just link with the very easy for the data mappings. And also we support, you can check about the data from the web browser, online real-time monitoring for the data address. Okay, so here's all about the switch, Ethernet switch. And next one, I would like to introduce about the cloud platform. So first one, for Delta, we do support the software and hardware both. So for software, here you can see it's a Delta Cloud. Actually, this one, we are not provide the server, the physical server. We buy the service from the worldwide company. But after that, we integrate the interface. So people is very easy to use Delta Cloud. Just register the account and then can transfer your data from the machine to anywhere all over the world. Okay, next one. Okay, and here I would like to show some connectivities scenario. So first one is the man-to-machine. So this is the case that if your machine sell to the very far from your office, but if sometime you need to support the customer, so in this situation, this one, if you by this connection, you can easy to link with the remote device via the cloud. No matter the where's of the PLC, you can link with the PLC just as usual, like the cable. So this is the first connection. Second one is machine to machine. So here I would like to give you another case. So maybe, for example, if you want to monitor all the lake, all the river from the countries, and then you want to integrate all the data into the central control room. So in this case, this one is also another. This is also a solution to link with the remote PLC to the central control room via the cloud. And also we do support both. That means at the same time you can do the remote accessoring, and also do and also at the same time the machine link to another device by the multiple connections. Okay, here is another for your reference. So here you can see actually it's a device at the machine side. So if you link to the hardware, this is our hardware, the cloud router. If you link to the routers by whatever IS-45 or Ethernet, and then this one will transfer the data two ways, Ethernet or wireless SIM card, and then transfer the data to the cloud. So at the other side, people can access the data no matter from the laptop or mobile phone or some software like a SCADA system. It's all workable. And we do have I think right now we're up to 13 worldwide hosting servers all over the world. And also we support the API. So if the customer they do have their own cloud platform, it's also no problem. We can connect with the others by the API. Okay, and this is a little about the technologies from the control side to the cloud platform, and then to the remote side. So for the control side, I think mostly it's SCADA software to do some monitoring. So from the control side to the cloud side, we have a DIACom protocol. This one is more like a VPN software, but we integrate this one into the device. So for the cloud, here first one we support the MODBUS data server and system log, and also we have a three method to do the security security protection. And then to the remote side, we buy the security terminal to link with the remote side. So here is the three things about the security. If customer they do care about the security, this is the way how we do about the protections. So for the pattern is here. So you can see at each side, at each face, we do support the security actions here. Okay. And this is our service. So first one for the service, this is the software from the at the laptop, at the PC side, and also we do support the mobile phone apps on your mobile phones. So for users, they only need to register at our website, and then they can use the device configurations, management, event log, and alarm function, and this is all free. So the only cost just buy the hardware, and then we will provide the unlimited user account, and also we provide the 12 GB for the transfer traffic per year. So that means every 1 GB per month. This is for the data transfer. And also we support the cloud storage, 10 MB. If you need more, you can buy from it's an option package you can buy from the website. And also right now we also support the API. For the API function is also free for customers. And this is the server right now. You can see for the green one is already available, and also there are some location we are in the plan, like the Thailand. I think this year we are gonna to build another server here, and in next year maybe Australia and either Europe. Okay, so here's a little specification for your reference. So here I would like to separate the cloud. This is the hardware. We separate for three types. First one is a cable type. I call this one is a cable type because this one you need to link with the Ethernet, the internet, normal. But this one is a normal internet, just as usual as the one in your home, the one. So for this one, you can see we support the one port for the WLAN, the one port here. And also we do support 4 LAN port, local area network. So this one also you can, regarding like a Ethernet switch. And also this one support the MODBUS RS485 and 232 functions, ASK and RTU functions. Okay. So this is the first type, and actually I recommend this type because sometimes if you buy the 3G and 4G type, maybe the signal is not well because sometimes if the site is very far away from the downtown. But for this one, actually it's very stable, and also the cost is you don't need to pay the SIM card. So this is another one which I mentioned is a wireless type, 3G and 4G. Right now we support both type. So this is the situation that you at the site, maybe it's in the mountain. There's no Ethernet connections, but you have to monitor some data like the temperature, the humidity. So you have to link with the device wirelessly. So in this case, you might need the 3G and 4G solutions. 3G and 4G solutions. So so for 4G, we just launched this one. And because you saw the antenna, right? Antenna. So that means you do need the certification, just like if you buy the new mobile phone, you will see the certification to access the network. So right now we support the certifications in those area. But if you do have some requirement, it's no problem. We can apply for these countries. If the countries follow the USA standard, I think it's no problem. We also support. Okay, and this is some specifications like for the 4G type, we support the dual SIM card. So maybe in your country there's a 3 or 4 top or 3 and 4 top like the how to say, the SIM card provider, the telecom company. But maybe the signal coverage is at the north. Maybe the coverage is focus on the south. So in this case, this dual SIM card is very helpful. Okay, and next one is a VPN type. VPN type means first, customer, they do need the VPN server by themselves. So this is, I think this type is very it's not the normal requirement, because I think normally if not a big company, they will not pay for the VPN servers. So this one simply to say, if you ever use the VPN software in your laptop, so you can think this one is the hardware versions. Okay. So at the site, if you do have a VPN server by yourself and you want think with the remote unit, it's not gonna like you put the laptop at the site, right? So this is the things you need to use the VPN type, the VPN router. Okay, and that's all for the cloud. And next one, I would like to show some about the IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. So this is some trends like okay, and this is our lines. Okay, and since 2 or 3 years ago, I think more than 5 years ago, the cloud is very popular topic. You can see from the news, but I think until right now, the cloud for industrial is still like a baby stage. Not so customer they waiting to go to the cloud solutions. But I think this is a trend, because as we know, the Industrial 4.0, the big data, this is all the requirements need in the future, right? In the future, more and more data, and how we gonna process all this kind of data. So, and how we store the data. So this is all the key requirement by the cloud technologies. And for the edge computing, I think this is another trend because more and more data in the future, and both the type of the data and interval of the interval time more and more faster, and more type of the parameters. So we do need some local components to handle, to process all the real-time and the history data. So this is, I think this is why we need why the edge computing, the concept more and more popular. And the equipment means actually at the site many kind of the equipment, and we need to get all the data from them. But each of the machine, maybe they support different protocols. So this is another question: how we get the data acquisition from each of the equipment. So okay, so for the IoT, you might face some problem. First one is engineer, and next one is execution. Because more, okay, I think the time is not enough. I will go quickly. So here is this is the picture to let you know how the DIALink work. So actually, you can see from the device layer for the below from the bottom, there's a different of the machine. Maybe there are CNC machines, machine tool, and maybe some CNC controllers, or maybe some others like a robot and PC-based control things. So how we gonna integrate all these things into the SCADA system, MES system, and maybe the ERP system? How we gonna integrate, and then also how we gonna do the analysis and visualize the all these data. So next page, the DIALink. This is the DIALink. Actually, we provide both solutions, hardware and software. So we call this one like a platform. So for DIALink, this one, the position is here. Position is here. So to the bottom, it links different all kinds of the machines, and then to the upper side, link to the manage the system. So here's some pictures for your reference. So for the spec of the DIALink, so what's first one you can see is based on the Windows 10, and it's a 4G memory and support the SSD hard disk, and we sell by different license. So you can see if you link with the PLC, we separate like from 30 piece up to 100 device, and for the CNC is 5 or 10 piece. 100 tag, 1,000 tag means that this is a maximum tags. Okay, and this is for how we do the integrations. So you can see here, actually, we support a lot of the drivers to each branch of the PLC. And for the CNC right now, we support the top 3 brands for the CNC controllers. And also for the others, we do support the OPC and the MODBUS, these kind of communications protocols. Here I will show you the details of this. And this is the integration to the device. And also we need to integrate with the system software. So we do support MQTT and Web API, and also OPC, UA, and the DA both right now. So it's easy to link with other system like MES, SCADA, or third-party software, whatever. They just whatever they follow the rules. And for the DIALink, we use the web browser to log in the interface. We use web browser to log in. And here I like to show some brands about the CNC. So first you can see the Produc. I think Produc is the most popular one for the CNC controllers. So actually right now for the Produc, I think most of the type, the model of the machine, the controllers we do support. And also it's very easy to link with the Produc protocols. Actually at the website, we do have some video. If you're interested, you can go and check. And next one is I think Siemens CNC controller is also a very popular one. And right now we do support all these brands. And also for the Mitsubishi also we support all these brands. But you have to know all these machines. It do need the RG45 port, because some old type of the controllers they don't support the RG45 port. So that means this kind of old type CNC controller we do not support. And also there's some Syntec, Advantech. This is another new generate of the CNC controllers we also support. Next one is a PLC. So actually for the PLC, I think the most players in the market we do support, like the Adam Bradley's, Backoff, Danfoss, Emerson, Fanuc, Festo, and Fuji, GE, Hitachi, Keyence, Koyo, Lens, Mitsubishi, Modicon, Omron, Panasonic, Siemens, Toshiba, Yaskawa, Xinjie is a PLC from China, and Yokogawa. I think most of the PLC brands we support. Okay. And another one is a OPC server. Actually, we do support the OPC DA and UA right now. And in the future, we also support the client in the future. And this is the function for the MQTT. I think MQTT, the benefit is about it reduced about the data exchange, the repeat data exchange. So for the MQTT, it also has its own protocols. So here's an example. Before, if we want to do the data exchange from the device to the SCADA software, maybe the data is always same. Most of the time it's the same, like the temperature. But before, you have to exchange the data very frequently, like 1 second, 2 seconds. But for MQTT, it has the options. When the value change, and then you can push the data, so it can save the loading of the network. And this is only one benefit about MQTT. And if you want to know more about this, I think you can easy to find the video from the YouTube. And here is the interface for DIALink, and this is a standard interface for DIALink. So how to log in? Just key in the IP from the web browser, we recommend the Google Chrome, and then you can easily to link in. So everything setting inside is data mappings. Mappings, just key in the data and drag and pull some configurations, and then everything settled. And also we build a simple dashboard to like the CNC, so you can see we put the information about the motion and also the status of the machines and also the OEE analysis here. So this is a standard dashboard for the CNC. And this is a API list. API we do support right now. So I think actually it's 80% is a function very frequently used instructions. And also we do support the event and schedule functions. This is like the you can set some conditions. If the conditions fulfilled, and then can push some notifications to the operators by email, by SMS, or even right now we do support the Line and WeChat. So it's easy to let the people know what happens. Schedule, okay. And this is the alarm list. So let you know what kind of the alarm and when it happens. And this is the parameters. This is all just some interface I would like to show. So this is the real-time data from the CNC machine, like the actual feed, the spindle, speed of the spindles here. And this is some applications, typical applications like the injection molding and metal stamping and electronic assemblies. This is a typical applications. Later on, I will show you some successful case for your reference. Okay, and this is another things about the security tokens. We enhance the security by the tokens. Okay, and here's a model selection for the DIALink. So actually you can see, because this one is both hardware and software. So for the hardware, we have two types, CPU type and i3 and i5. And right now, Delta IPC is the CPU is, I think, the 6th generations. And this is the tag informations up to 5,000. And this is a device of the numbers of device. And this is the details of the model. So as you know, we have two types, CNC and the PLC type. So this is all the different spec of the license. Okay. Okay, and here I would like to quickly show some successful case. Some from the machine automation, some from the factory automations. Okay. So first one is a white farm, because as you know the wine. This is, I think, the clean energy. So because it's a very wide area, so we use the wireless switch to build up the network, and then send all the information via the cloud to the engineers. Because as you know, it's a very far distance. operators not likely to check the site frequently. So this is very helpful applications. And then next one is a solar farm. So for the solar farm, the customer they want to monitor the real-time data from each of the solar panels. So in this case, we integrate with the Ethernet switch and build up the ring network, and then link with the routers, cloud routers, and then send to the control room. And this is a telecom remote management. So you can see from the side, there's a IP camera, it's a battery, and also some environment values. So we integrate all this by the cloud routers and then send to the cloud. So can link to the operation centers, control room, and some engineers by the mobile phones. And this is a pump system. This one is in Thailand because I think many countries in Southeast Asia is face the rain seasons. I think start from April, right? So they do the government they do need to monitor the river and then do some open and turn on and turn off the pump to exhaust the waters. So this is another application for them. We link with all the inverters by the PLC and HMI, so they can do some local control. And then we put the cloud routers, and then for the control center, remote control center, they can monitor all the situation of the all the rivers and lakes. And this is another case in Taiwan. It's a intelligent light control, LED light controls. So in this case, mostly we use the Ethernet switch to build up the ring topologies with the IP cameras and then send to the control room. And this is another case for the RGV, AGV, the vehicles in the factories. Because this is I think it's a warehouse, so we build up the wireless network, and then link to the RGV by MODBUS because we put each of the RGV we put one wireless switch. So this wireless switch link to the controllers by MODBUS 485, and then use the gateway functions to transfer the data to the MODBUS TCP and link to the SCADA system. Okay, and this is another the smart factory we call smart factories. Basically, this is a CNC machine tool. So and there is a AGV to move the materials, raw material and the finished goods, move the materials. So there's a I think I remember this case we have more than 10 wireless Ethernet switch to cover all the area of the factories. So maybe some is a AP mode, some is a client mode, and some is a repeater mode to build up all the network. Okay, and next one is IIot solutions. So so for this one, we link to the CNC machines at the factory. Seem more around 50 set of the CNC, and then we build up the network and link to the DIALink, and finally we go to the SCADA to do the monitoring and some management. So so the picture is it's very easy to do the data mappings because each of the CNC, I think just less 5 or 10 minutes, and then you can finish all the data mappings from the CNC controllers to the DIALink. It's very easy to do the data mappings, so it save save the timing and also save the cost. And this is another CNC machine and less milling machines, the mixed type. But I think it's so in this type, it mixed the CNC and the PLC. So for DIALink, we also have the type also can support the CNC and the PLC at the same time. And this is for injection molding machines. Actually, for the DIALink, we also have another function, modular functions. This one focus on the injection molding machines. So this one we link to this case we link to the molding machine from Taiwan, and then transfer the data to the client to monitor all the real-time situation from the injection molding machines. Okay, and here are some frequent asked questions. So first one, how should I start the cloud solutions? So it's very easy, 3 steps. First one is create the register the account at the website deltacloudsolutions.com. And next one, to binding with your device. DX the router, the hardware. And second one, to do the device configurations, link with your machines, link with your system, and then finish everything. Everything has done. And also, you can design the UI from the mobile phones if you want to do the remote accessories. We also support the customized UI design at your mobile phone. Next, the question, does customer need to apply the public IP address for the cloud, for the Ethernet type? So the answer is no need. Customer just use normal internet SIM card to connect the internet. And our cloud platform will bridge all the local sites and remote sites together. So all connectivity's behavior are based on the register account, name and password. That's all only. So that means you don't have to consider about the statistic IP address. Next one, the relevant document. The document mentioned the DX router will offer 12 GB traffic bandwidth per year, but it means I don't need to purchase the SIM card, the same data card 304G. So the answer is no, you still need to purchase the SIM card. Cloud routers only offer the 12 GB, means the data transfer data. That's all, between the local site and the remote site to fulfill the remote access purpose. So customer must to buy the 3G or 4G SIM card. Okay, I think today's introduction is all finished. So I saw many questions. Let me answer one by one. So first one, do we have PLC? Oh, okay, this one already answered. Does all manage the switch as same features, or do you have manage the switch with more function functionality. That's all is. For manage the, or Daniel, for your questions, for manage the switch, basically we separate like layer 2 and layer 3, and all the details I think you can check the details from the catalog, because actually it's a very details, and some of them I don't know what is the meaning. It's very professional. So the function might be not. The layer 3, of course, there is more functional, no matter the VLAN or the protocols. So please please go to the website to check the catalog. You and